Hi guys, Rob here with Deluks Gaming, and welcome back, my minions, to KeeperRL Season 2, Episode 2. And you know, sometimes when I make that voice, I think I sound more like Hoggle. Remember Hoggle? I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Labyrinth. There was a creature called Hoggle, and honestly, he was, I don't know, he's kind of a goofy little creature, and yeah, I kind of sound like him, and what I'm kind of going for is kind of Emperor Palpatine, kind of powerful and crazy and Dark Lord kind of thing, but sometimes I sound like Hoggle. I can't help myself. Okay, so I got some good news. Of course, there was 160 comments on the first episode, so that was awesome. We have lots of names to work with. And of course, here is the first set. Of course, you lucky people that get to be imps, because, you know, you'll always get a spot in our game if you're an imp, because we're going to go through a lot of imps. And if you happen to die as an imp, do not despair. Leave another comment on the video where you died, and I will add you to the list again. And there's a very high probability that if you want to be an imp, you can be an imp again. Anyway, so here's our first set of imps. I'm happy with 7 imps to start. So we've got Lord Stephen, Satius. By the way, you only get so many characters to work with. So if I took out a letter or two, or I didn't put any spaces in between your name, it's because there wasn't enough room to do it. So that's what it is. So we've got Lord Stephen, this name here. Capitalism with a K, because he's kind of an evil goblin-y kind of thing. Laskowick, King Imp II. So this is the previous king from the last dungeon. He was a king, and he had a son who was Prince Imp, and then he became King Imp II. Anyway, so of course there was a story behind that, but whatever. And he may get a throne later. Turtle Time, of course, he wanted to be something magnifique in the dungeon, and he couldn't decide between orc, ogre, or imp, and then he decided on an imp. So I'm very happy. And of course we have Red Hills. So welcome to the dungeon, my minions. And yeah, let's get to work. So yeah. Oh, another thing, you guys mentioned that our training room is off, and of course my OCD started twitching right away, and I'm like, I had to come look, so I went and I looked, and I'm like, oh, okay, we need to fix some stuff. But before we do that, we need some light in here, because man, it gets dark underground. It's really dark underground, and we need to have some light. So let's do that right away. Oh, just one second. Okay, yeah, so, and also, as if you remember this game, or if you're new here, torches actually make a room better. In other words, they add to the efficiency. So the training efficiency in the center right now is 55, but if we add a torch and doors, it'll increase that amount. I think we'll do a torch there, we'll do a torch there, just because it's a nice, easy place to put them. We're going to do a couple torches, or a torch. Oh, why is that not working? How come I can't put a torch here? Oh, weird. I don't know why that went away. Weird, I must like hit the wrong button somehow. Blast. Weird. I still haven't quite figured out how that works, like where your cursor has to be to place it in the right spots, because there actually puts a torch on this wall. But if I go here, and oh yeah, okay, but if I go here, okay, and then it puts the torch on that wall. It's so weird. So weird. Okay, so that the imps are gonna come place that. The torches don't cost anything, so yeah, we can't put doors in yet, so but at least we'll get some light in there. And of course, I'm not too worried about lighting anything else quite yet. Let's just get to work, because we have to get our, let's just start it up here. We're gonna go slow for now. Did we build a dormitory? Oh right, we need some wood, I think, for a dormitory. That's why we haven't built that. Yeah, we need some wood. So let's get our imps digging up some wood as well. Yeah, I feel very vulnerable right now. We have no doors. It's just super dangerous. All right, they're gonna go place some torches. I think the torches immediate. Yeah. See, training efficiency 100%. So the torches, I guess the doors don't really do anything. Already training efficiency 100%. Our keeper is actually training already, and it's nice and pretty and bright. I love it. Okay, so let's go get some trees, of course. Come, my little imps, King Imp and Red Hills and. I can't pronounce your name. Gather me some wood. I love it. I love how you guys like to participate. It's so much fun. Now, I just want to reaffirm that if you want to be part of the game, this is a pretty brutal game. Odds are you will probably die in the game. And it's no offense to you. I really like you guys participating, but you do know that you will probably die. But like I said, if you happen to die, which you probably will, feel free to leave a comment with the name you would like to be for next time. If you want to be the same name, great. But yeah, you're probably going to die. And it's the nature of this game. It's a pretty brutal game, and most creatures will die at some point. Build a library. Yeah, we need to get that started right away. So yeah, of course we're going in this way. I don't know how much room we have. I think we have, oh, actually quite a bit. So if that's the end of the world is at least this far. So we actually have quite a bit of room to work with, and I want to make it really long and convoluted to get into, of course, the library, because the library is kind of the heart of the dungeon, the inner sanctum. But on the other side of it, I don't want it to be so crazy that it takes like 15 minutes for the keeper to get like anywhere. But I guess, I don't know, I think we're going to keep the keeper in the training room most of the time this time. And most of the research points that we get, I think we're going to get from just killing good guys. Like humans and dwarves. See, I'm making it bigger and bigger here, so it just gives us more options later if we want to add like a trap room or, I don't know, something weird we can... Ooh, our first orc! We have an orc! Ah, yes, one bed. Look at that, beautiful. It is a beautiful bed. Do we want a torch in the dormitory? We need to make the dormitory at least kind of look cool. Hold on, let's... It is one of those rooms that doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't affect the efficiency of it, so let's add a couple, you know, sort of sticking with this theme. Oh, right, yeah, we never fixed this. I was talking about it and I never fixed it. Yeah, I need to remove those two walls, and then we need to add those torches again. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Sometimes I talk about things and then I'm so busy talking about them I forget what I'm doing. Where am I? What am I doing? What's my name? I forgot. All of those things. There, oh, that'll look nice. Yeah, some pillars in the room. I'm hoping we can make this nice and even. That would be pretty darn cool. Look at that! Oh, beautiful. Oh, awesome. Oh, except we screwed it up. Oh, we could fill this up. We can fill this up. It's the first time I've never done it before, so that's kind of cool. Let's oh. I thought we could fill in. It's probably here. I know you guys are gonna yell at me. Prioritize claim. I know there's I remember something in the notes where they said you could fill in an area. Training, pigsty, treasure. Why can't I see it? Storage, fill up tunnel, right there. Ah, ooh, 50 granite. Granite's one of those things you generally have a lot of, so I'm not too worried about that. We're just gonna fill in. Oh. Just like, it's really hard to see. It's so dark. And you guys are probably screaming because it's so dark. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna add some torches in the dormitory too, but I didn't want the torches to be like right over top of the beds. Okay, so we did it. So we can only do one at a time? That's weird. Weird. Okay. Whatever. It all works, right? Yeah, so we want another. Oh, I guess we shouldn't have filled that one up. I'm just getting confused here because there we go. That's perfect. And then we will fill up this one. Oh, yeah, we can only do one at a time. That's really bizarre. And of course, this room, I don't remember what we're gonna use this room for. I think this was gonna be our treasure room. Yeah, we can still make that our treasure room. It doesn't have to be perfect like this one, but the dormitory, hey, this is where people are living. And again, I'm making it just too big. This is what happens. So yeah, you can only fill up one spot at a time. Really bizarre. I don't mind spending a little bit of time here. We're taking it slow because for every moment that we spend here, taking our time, our guys are actually getting better. They're training in the training room, so that's really important. We're going to name that orc here in a second. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Oh, that's beautiful. The dormitory is going to be gorgeous. Let's add some light, but we're going to add, the reason I wanted the pillars is so that the light wasn't directly on our guys, right? So yeah, does the torches make a difference in here? Like, theoretically, no. I mean, it just makes it so you can see better, right? There we go. I want the torches against, nope. You gotta be quick here. Actually, I'm gonna pause it really quickly. So, because they'll come and they'll place it and then you've got to remove it and it's just a real pain in the butt. See, there's no rational... I click on this side, it puts a torch there. I click on this side, it puts a torch there. I click on this side, it's so weird. It's totally random. Yeah, if I click on the same spot over and over and over, it just puts it in random spots. So it's completely random. I had no idea. So you just got to keep clicking until you get it right. Bizarre. Oops. There, that'll look really nice. Yeah, I'm going to spend a little bit more time making things look nice this time. I don't know. Just for fun. Why not, right? So this way with the light around the edge, then of course, it'll be nice and, well, relatively dim in the center, but we'll be able to see the room a little bit better. We're definitely going to have to add more light here, but I'm not too worried about that. We'll definitely do these ones for sure. Yeah, the room should be nice and even now. I know the training room is still pretty small. Like, it's not small enough. It doesn't match yet, but it will. We'll get it fixed. It's just a matter of getting the right materials. Let's name our orcs. Haha! We have 3 orcs! Awesome! Maybe we should, for orcs, we need, I think, just a training room. So I don't think there's any reason we couldn't get ogres. I think we could get ogres right now, too. So there's a few things that have been added to this game, too, as well. Okay, so this... yeah. Let's name our guys first, because there's a lot to talk about here. Let's pause it and go to the naming thing. I'll be right back. I'm going to name these, rename our orcs. Okay, be right back. All right, there they are. Sparky, Metal Knight, and Yon0131. And of course, Metal Knight, of course, I couldn't fit in the A. It was just not enough characters. So yeah, you guys all start off as level 5. You get plus 3 unarmed attack. So yeah, they've done all sorts of tool tips for the different stuff here now too as well. So it actually tells you attack effects if and how much damage is dealt in combat. Strength affects the values of attack, defense, and carrying capacity. Yeah, so this is little things that we didn't know before. Accuracy defines the chance of a successful melee attack and dodging. And maybe these tool tips were there, but I don't think so. Defense affects how much damage is taken in combat. And maybe we just didn't talk about it. I don't know. Dexterity affects the values of melee and ranged accuracy and ranged damage. And of course, we knew what this is. Speed affects how much game time every action uses. And of course, you have a lot more control over what your guys can carry and what you want them to go get now too. You'll also notice a new thing here called Whip. Yes, it is exactly what you think it is. You now have the ability to build a whipping post, and then if some of your guys, if some of your minions, if Sparky becomes terribly unhappy with the dungeon, we can actually strap him to a whipping post and whip him until he's happy. I know, it doesn't seem natural, does it? But anyway, yeah, orcs have the natural ability to be really good with weapons, so they like weapons. So, of course, because of that, we want to make sure that we get, of course, our manufactory up as quick as possible so that we can start building some basic clubs, right? And of course, you know, an ironworks and all that so that we can build real weapons. But yeah, see, look, the door looks so cool. Like, it's got a little bit of light coming in here, but not a lot of light. Actually, I think it looks pretty awesome. All right, and the training room, all right. You know, maybe we'll add some thrones or something in here. I don't know, something to make it a little bit more interesting, but that's way down the road, guys. Okay, so let's continue on. We've got our 3 orcs. They are going to be training, and we need to get that manufactory up. I wonder, oh, right, we need our library. We can't do anything without our library. We can't research anything until we get that up. So let's finish that off. I don't think we're going to get any more fancy here. I think we're just going to start with the rooms here. And these are going to be, I'm going to try and make these nice and fancy rooms. Fancy pants. Very fancy pants rooms. So there's the cutoff, and we're going to come down here, and we're going to start with the 2... 3, do another one like that, and maybe even another one like that. So this will be the grand entrance, and of course we're gonna have some pillars in here like so. Try and match it on either side. I don't know, I'm getting more of a kick out of doing this with this game. Just, you know, do it so much in other games like it, so might as well do it with this one too, right? Maybe, oh wait, yeah, pillars all the way across. Oh, that'll look cool. And then, I guess just come back, do the same thing across like that. This is just the entrance into the treasure rooms in the library, right? The inner sanctum. And then we could have a major hallway. So we'll have a 2-wide hallway. I don't know if we're going to have enough room for all of this, actually. Two wide hallway, so they don't know. Thing is, the enemy knows exactly where to go to get the library, right? So it seems kind of cheaty. Like, it is kind of cheaty, actually. How do they know, right? And then the hallway, of course, breaks off. They shouldn't know. And that's going to go all the way around the library. Hopefully we don't run into some water here, because that'll be embarrassing. But we'll do some pillars or something along the way. Or we could just... Okay, pause for a second. I'm worried the imps are going to catch up to me here. Yeah, we'll just do the pillars. Is that right? Okay, one out, one out. I'm trying to make sure these are even. I think that's right. I think. Yes, like that. And then, of course, we're going to have... Oh, the problem is, did I make that even? That's 4 on that side, 3, 4 on that side. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to be the treasure room. No, the library. Because the library doesn't need to be that big. Well, neither needs to be that big, but the treasure room, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. The nice thing is we have lots of places to put traps in all of this, right? So that'll be pretty cool. And then, of course, we'll just do, I don't know. This is probably going to be the throne room, right? We'll do three thrones. Oh, no, can't do that. Whoops, can't do that. So 3 thrones in the back there. We'll do kind of a funny hallway like that. And maybe another throne here. So we'll have to open that up a little bit more. And some pillars along the side. Maybe another thing and another throne. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Or statues, sorry. Statues and thrones, combination thereof. So that'll be the treasure room. And then, of course, the library is going to be... Hopefully we don't run into water. This is called overdoing it, folks. This is what happens when you have way too much time in your hands. I actually don't have that much time. Okay, and then the library, of course, this is where theoretically the keeper would normally live most of the time, but I think we're going to keep the keeper training most of the time until he gets really tough, and then we'll send him to go live in the library. So, of course, the library, we've got to have some good surface area. Otherwise, the library is not going to be very efficient. So we have to actually at least have the concept of a rectangle. And then once we've got that, we can kind of mess around, maybe do some pillars alongside, like so, just to make it easy. I'm trying to make it easy here, but, you know, if I screw it up, hey, you know what? You guys did great last time. You let me know where I screwed up with the training room, and I knew I would. So, yeah, I trust you guys to let me know where I make errors, because sometimes it's hard to see everything, so I really appreciate that. And some room for some either thrones or statues. And I'd love to put some pillars in here, but like I said, the library needs a lot of just basic surface area, so that's good. I think that'll be good. And we could actually do a couple of boulder traps, sort of that last ditch effort to kind of destroy the enemy. Oh man, we should have done everything down one. That's fine. This will be like this last ditch effort to get the enemy. We'll do a boulder trap facing both directions. That's probably a terrible idea, but it'll look cool. And isn't that what this is all about, is looking cool? We could even do another boulder trap like right here, but yeah, it wouldn't be very effective. But we could do another throne or something there. That'll look cool. Yeah, that looks great. I love it. I loves it. Yes. Okay, good. Go. Build. Build, my minions. Build it all. Get him. So good. Okay, they are digging away, and once that library is up, we can actually research. Oh, that looks really good. I'm patting myself on the back for that. We're also going to get a beast lair right away. I think we're going to do the beast lair like here, right? Something really close. It doesn't have to be a fancy room or anything. This is where most of our beasts are going to go out, and beasts are really good for, yes, just one spot. Beasts are really good for scouting an area, and they're great to take control of, like bats. Bats are awesome for scouting, and bears, of course, are great for scouting too as well, and bears are tough as nails. They are actually an excellent starting creature. Way tougher than an orc at the beginning. They don't need weapons, they just eat bad guys. Cave bears terrify me. Okay, there we go, and yeah, they are digging away. They're getting the treasure room done first. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about, yes, so this is a new feature of either Alpha 16 or 17, I'm not sure where this was implemented, but now you can actually see, if you've discovered where a certain type of bad guy are, you can actually go to where they were first spotted, and of course, the bandits apparently are somewhere in here, probably in here. And the bandits, of course, it's great to know where they are right at the beginning because, of course, they're going to be the first ones attacking us as soon as we start getting treasure chests. And apparently we found, here it is, yeah. So remember we found those orcs right at the beginning? There they are. So yeah, they are friendly and we can actually recruit them for 50 gold apiece. That's so cool. That is so cool. They start at level 5, so just like regular orcs, but now like, so one of the things that would often happen is you end up with sort of an imbalance in your dungeon and you end up with way too many zombies or something, so now you can actually go out and recruit guys. So apparently there's also shopkeepers now that you can, that are friendly, that you can find that you can buy weapons and armor and stuff too. Isn't that great? Oh, I can't wait. Okay, library is ready to go, and the imps are just kind of hanging out. They're like, yeah, what's up, man? Not much. What's happening, Red Hills? I wish they need to add the names so I can see the names here. It's silly that I can't see their name. It just says Imp level 1. I'd love to be able to see their names. All right, so let's get a library down. Chatty chat chat. And like I said, we're not rushing with this game. We're going to try and take it easy, not go too fast. Okay. Notice they don't have to go get materials. They always have the materials that's in our storage areas on them at all times, which is super handy. I think we'll do the library that big for now. We'll add some torches in here so we can see what's going on. I know it's really dark, guys. It will start to brighten up as we start to add the torches and stuff. But right now, I know it's like super dark. Do the 2 torches on either side. Do a torch there. Gonna try and keep myself symmetrical. Otherwise, I go crazy. We all go crazy. We all kind of get nuts. We start swearing at each other, and it's not a good scene. So we'll try and keep the torches, we'll try and keep the symmetry on target. Yes, beautiful. Very, very nice. All right, now because we have a library, we should be able to do some library research. And of course, right off the bat, we want our crafting. That gives us our manufactory. That costs us 40 mana. We still have 92 left. So after that, iron working, I think is probably a good one. We don't really need alchemy yet. Ironworking or pig breeding would be really good. Pig breeding we can't afford, but ironworking, so maybe we'll get those 2 right away. That way we can have our orcs do something else other than just hang out in the trading room, you know, fighting the keeper, practicing fighting the keeper. All right, so let's get a manufactory down. And I learned from last time specifically, our manufactories and stuff don't need to be that big. They just don't. If they're too big, you get too many goblins and stuff. It just, yeah, it becomes uncomfortable for everybody. When there's too many goblins or, yeah, goblins? I think it was goblins. If there's too many goblins in the room, everybody's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to go to a party full of goblins. Yeah, that's, you know, manufacturing, I like to have a big manufacturing because they also build the traps too, as well as some basic weapons and first aid kits. So all very important stuff. More important in many ways than our, how do we get back? Sorry guys. More important than our forge. But the forge has equal, I mean, it's important. I'm not going to build it quite as big. I think that's probably more than big enough. And I think maybe it's the forge that attracts ogres. I don't remember. But if this is too big, we just end up with too much stuff, and they spend too much time in there. We can always lock them off too as well. And now that we have a manufacturer, we can actually build doors. And doors, of course, just keep people out, including your guys when you don't want them in there, which is actually super handy. So in other words, if we don't want to build any more stuff from the forge, we can just lock it off too. So that's always handy, rather than having to manually tell everybody to stop, you know, hanging out in there. They really like to hang out in the forge. I don't know what it is. And then of course we want doors in front of, in front of all of the boulder traps. That way, as soon as they open the door, the boulder trap goes off and they have nowhere to go, right? So they don't know the boulder trap is there. And if that way the boulder trap doesn't go off too early, because if it goes off too early, they have time to get out. So this way, and we're going to need a lot of doors. Doors cost 5 wood. How much wood do we have? Oh, we don't have any. Okay, hold on. Let's go dig some more trees up. All these nasty trees. All they do is make this countryside stink. Oh, we have a wolf! A wolfie! We have a puppy. Hello, puppy! Oh, puppy, I'm so sorry. You're probably going to get beat up. I'm so sorry. We're just, you know what? I'm just going to harvest all these trees. I'm so worried about whether or not, you know, we're going to have enough wood, but there is a lot of wood in the land. Stop worrying about the wood, Rob. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, we have a wolf. Cool. So yeah, wolves are awesome for scouting too as well. They get plus 12 unarmed attack. But again, the animals are excellent. They're really, really good. They start very, very tough. And they can go up in levels, but of course you can't equip them. They equip them. They don't get any better than what they are beyond their natural abilities and of course their leveling. So we can get a name for Howard. Let's just pick a name from the list here. Oh, Howard, you shall now be known as, kind of a funny one, Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan the Wolf. Scratch you off the list, Dirty Dan. All right, Dirty Dan the Wolf. And, oh, yeah, let's take a look at his special ability. We're refreshing as we do this because, like I said, I haven't played. So they have night vision, plus 12 unarmed attack, so very, very tough. And they explore at night. Fantastic. Fantastico. Very, very good. Yes. But like I said, they don't train in the training room or anything. So, yeah, for them to actually move up in level, they really have to eat a lot of peasants. Essentially, that's it. Because they are tough. Not as tough as a cave bear, though. And they don't run into the same kind of trouble as a cave bear, generally. Well, they can, I guess. Cave bears tend to run into way more trouble because they walk into dragon caves and stuff, which is terrible. Okay, let's get our doors down, the rest of our doors. I love this game so much. You know, one of the reasons, somebody was asking me why I time my episodes. Well, a couple reasons. Number one, if I don't time my episodes, I will keep playing. And I know for a lot of you guys are like, well, that's okay. You can keep playing. But I can't. You don't understand. If I just keep playing, like all of the things that I'm supposed to be responsible for in my life, I will not do anymore because I just want to keep playing. So that's one of the reasons I time my episodes. And yeah, lately I've been kind of letting it go a little bit, and our episodes tend to be a little bit longer. So I'm sure you guys are okay with that. It's, yeah, I would play for way longer if I could, but it's, you know, I try to keep it around 30 minutes. And lately it's been like 40 minutes, so it's whatever. I just love it. Oh, my minions, we grow stronger. See, I don't know who I sounded like there. I have no idea who that was. That was certainly not Emperor Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine's more like, good. Even that's terrible. Whatever. All right, so let's get some doors on the dormitory, of course, and a door here. Everything looks a little uneven here. This was going to be a treasure room. It can still be a treasure room. Actually, let's fill up some of this other stuff on the other side. You can only fill up one spot at a time. I guess that's... I don't know. They're trying to make it more difficult somehow. I don't know. I guess that's a handicap. So you can't fill up entire areas very quickly, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is. Or maybe it's just something that, you know, needs to be fixed. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just glad you can do it now. That's great. That way I can even out my little room. So I don't mind it being off, like all off on this side, like having like a half moon room, treasure room. I'm cool with that. That looks okay. But having sort of a half moon plus a little inlet here, I didn't like that. Yeah, so that looks really good. We can probably make it better. Yeah, see, my timer's going off. I don't even care. I just want to play. All right. Yeah, that'll look good. Yeah, there we go. All right. Treasure room. Oh, that looked wrong. Oh, didn't like that. That looks totally wrong now. Okay, I know what we need to do. This this fill up tunnel thing is going to be terrible for me. I've just realized how bad that is. Because now I'm going to be messing with stuff all the time. Oh, man. Oh, I think what we need to do is fill... See, this is going to be a problem. Oh, okay. I bet you could probably get your guys trapped in rooms and stuff now. I think there's code in there to make it so that you can't do that. So, yeah, I'm going to make the entrance down like that. That'll work out well. Oh, is he stuck in the wall? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Oh, dude. I got him stuck in the wall. Whoops, found a bug. I got him stuck in the wall. Imp in the wall. Oh, sorry, I saved him. Or he left on his own. I don't know. Something went wrong. I fixed it. Okay. Good. Okay, so this is going to be our treasure room. Let's, or not a treasure room. It's going to be for equipment and stuff. Specifically equipment, I think. Do I want this one opened up? This seems wrong somehow. It seems... I think we need to fill this up too as well. And then remove that piece, I think. Yeah, I think that'll look better. I see what I did there. So if I did that, oh my God. Do you see why this is terrible? Okay, sorry about that. I had a moment where I was like, what am I doing? This is broadcasting. Well, I'm not broadcasting, but I'm recording. This is insanity. Okay, simple room. Sorry, I had to go back to basics. Okay, so this is going to be everything. No, this is just going to be equipment, I think. And yeah, I think, that's a good idea. So equipment, and we'll do equipment up here. That way you can kind of see what you've got. You've got a better idea, and we'll do a couple, just to keep it nice and balanced, we'll do a couple resources up here, and we will remove the last, this resource area here. So I think we have to go orders. It's already starting to look a little bit occupied. It's going to get more occupied here. So, as I said, we're taking it slow. And, by the way, I'm kind of getting back onto a schedule, which is great. I'm sure you guys will be appreciative of that. Oh, what's this? Oh, we built our first club. Awesome. Ah, the manufactory is working. Ah, we have an orc. Who's the orc? I wish you could tell who it is. Oh, you can. It's Sparky. Sparky is working in the manufactory. Good job, Sparky. Thanks for building us a club. It looks like you just built another one. Awesome. And now that we have our manufactory up, let's get some traps going too as well, because that's really important. And do you think we should ritual room? No, we wouldn't be able to build a large enough ritual room yet, but we could do our graveyard, but then we'd get a whole bunch of zombies right away. I'm terrified to dig out this room because that's going to be all, build a graveyard, because if we do that, it's going to be all zombies. And prison, we could do our prison. Where are we going to do our prison, actually? That's a really good question. We want it to be behind our main area here, so I think maybe in here. That's not a terrible idea. So let's dig out some of this. And we're gonna, oh yeah, they fixed the prison and the torture room, by the way. Both of those now work again. So you may not, originally they were supposed to be designed so that when you torture good guys, so you capture good guys, keep them in the prison, then you can actually move them over to the torture room and get mana for torturing them. I know, terrible. It sounds like a horrible, horrible thing. And I guess it kind of is. I guess it kind of is if you think about it. But yeah, you get mana though. So I think we'll do a prison and a torture room. I think the prison should be bigger than the torture room. I don't think the torture room should be as big. I don't know. So this will be the prison, this will be the torture room. I don't think they have to look fancy at all. As a matter of fact, I think prisons and torture rooms need to look bleak and just plain and terrible and evil and horrible. Whereas throne rooms and libraries will need to look gorgeous and delightful and enchanting and awe-inspiring and sublime, right? Right. Okay, so let's add some doors here, because of course that's one thing a prison does need is a door. And of course a torture room also needs a door. So let's get those built. Yeah, we have lots of materials. Perfect. I'm kind of getting ready to put down our first throne, or not our first throne, our first treasure room and get a little bit of gold. But I know as soon as I do that, the bandits are going to attack. So I want to be sure that we're prepared, right? So torture room, where is it? Why can't I see it? There it is, torture room. Perfect. I don't know if they've changed the look of it, but yeah, it looks, I don't know if you can see it, but once it's built, it's actually little saws. It's like little band saws coming out of some terribly awful bloody holes. It looks terrible. It looks awful. Awesome. So that's a prison. We really should get our graveyard going too as well, because of course death brings us allies. So yeah, but I was thinking, maybe do a prison here, or not a prison, a graveyard here, because if we did our graveyard here, the problem is, every time, if friendlies walk through this, there's gonna be a lot of miasma in this area. And if you're new to this type of game, miasma is like when something dies, it gets covered in bugs and it smells and it causes people to get sick, right? So that's what miasma is that sickness that's involved in that. So I don't think we'll do that, but we want to keep it relatively close to the action. So I think we'll actually dig this out now. I think I'm ready to dig this out. Yeah, so let's go D. I know we're out of time. We're always out of time. And we're always out of time. But I think we made some headway. We're getting there. We've got some people named too as well, which is great. I don't want to make our graveyard too big, at least not to start. It's always a tough decision because you end up with so many zombies, but we do have ways to control that. We can banish creatures and stuff too as well. How are we looking for creatures? 3 orcs, 1 wolf. I guess we could raise the size of the dormitory now. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm sure you guys are cool with that. We haven't actually, unless our unless our wolf has spotted anybody new. This is a nice thing. You can see what's going on in the world at a glance. So sometimes it's really hard to keep track of the notes it gives you at the top. So this way you can kind of also keep track of it here. And it tells you, eventually it'll tell you what will cause, so if we find the humans, it'll say what would cause the humans to attack us. And it'll tell us whether or not we've actually, tripped that little trap. If with humans, I think when we kill innocent people, that's when, of course, the humans decide they're going to attack us. So we can control that. We can actually control that. So all this extra information here is actually super invaluable. Super thrilled. How's our keeper doing for level? He must be getting up there already. Level 10! I don't think I've ever had a keeper that high. That's fantastic. Oh, my minions. Oh, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. Okay, so I'm just waiting for our next creature to join us, and then we're going to call it an episode. Ooh, leather armor already. Wow. Good job. Fantastic. Wow, he's just rocking it. Oh, leather gloves even. Cool. So yeah, you can also, so when you're selected on a guy, you can actually, oh, see, this means he's going to collect the leather gloves. When it's grayed out like that, that means he is actually walking or is going to go and pick it up. It's actually selected for him already. But you can actually go in on a guy and lock certain items, as well as tell them to go pick up certain items too as well, which is really, really cool. You can also tell them to pick up certain consumables if they're available, which is great. And of course you can whip them. I can't wait to try that. You can whip them. Yeah, so awesome. I think we're gonna call that an episode. Like I said, we're taking it slow because we do not want to let anybody know that we're here. The humans and dwarves and elves don't even know what's about to happen. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed episode 2. See you in episode 3. Take care.